And away we go. Good morning. Rise and freedom. I'm Austin Peterson. You're watching and listening to the Wake Up America show at wakeupAmericaShow.com. And it's Freedom Family Friday, and we are back in the studio. God bless. Happy Good Friday. It is going to be a good Friday now that we've got the lovely Stephanie Peterson joining us in studio. Hey, Steffi.
I should say Happy Good Friday because it's not a happy day, right? So what you say, like what I said to my clients the other day was like, I hope you have a restful and peaceful Good Friday. Like, it's awkward for me.
Happy Good Friday and good Shabbos, Stephanie, for the
Yes.
Jewish friends out there.
Thank you. Be good, yeah, good Shabbos, right?
Good Shabbos.
For sure, for sure.
Do you say Good Friday? Do you say Happy Good Friday? I don't know.
Good Friday.
I'm so out of the loop. I haven't been, a church-going citizen in such a long time.
She said that her husband literally was like super sad all day on Good Friday, and he would just stay in reflection throughout the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the internet is playing. Oh, it's my phone. We got this show started by the hair of our chinny chin chin today, didn't we, Stephanie?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Okay. We're here. Hazel was getting a little antsy. I felt her fluttering in my stomach.
We were having some major kicks last night. It was kind of like boom, ba ba boom, ba ba boom, ba ba boom when we were laying down.
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes you can feel her and I can't. So it's like, depending on her location, she's farther out closer to my skin rather than inside of my body.
But like last night when we were laying in bed and I had my hand on your lower tummy, it was kind of like she was doing some karate, and
That's right. She's practicing for the streets of New York.
For sure.
Yes.
We appreciate, by the way, our friend Tony Martinez, who's on his way back to New York from
I
Argentina.
just sent him a thank you note. He's going to be getting one in the mail.
Yeah, for his gift that he got us. Thank you, Tony.
Future black belt onesie. Thank you.
So cute, so cute. We appreciate that. All of our friends have been so generous in helping us get prepared for our very first baby. And Stephanie, boy, you are bumping. You are bumping, big bumping, and bumpity bump.
Do I need to show?
I think we need to see the bump because it's like, last night when we went out for dinner, the lady was like, "Oh, you're so tiny," at the Japanese restaurant.
Says. I kind of like to hear that, not gonna lie.
Yes, but there's definite bumpage going on here. Let's see it. Let's get that bump. Yeah, we got the bump. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all. David, what's up? David Lee said he showed up 5 minutes late to work too, so it's okay. So, mommy.
Yeah, there's like a 7-minute period where you can be late.
Yeah,
no problem.
I try not to be, but we do our best because we're back in the studio. Things should be back to normal. And people tune into the Wake Up America show to watch the news and listen to the news. So let's talk about the news. The Journal just says we're doing a lot less on Friday. We're working less on Fridays than we're used to, and that's okay. Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
More workers and employers are getting the benefits of a quasi 4-day work week than it appears. That's pretty good. I'm excited about that. Just when I leave the normal workforce and enter into working for myself, when we basically have to work every day, all day, forever.
Ourselves
to some extent.
We're doing the 7-day work week.
Yeah.
I was actually starting to look up the history of work weeks.
Yeah, it used to be that's how everybody worked, no matter who you worked for. So
in the 1800s, it was a 7-day work week.
Yeah, it was.
Henry Ford,
the capitalist.
God bless him.
Yeah,
not really.
But not really, because he hated Jews.
Yeah. But really, he was being nice to us Jews. Or no, I was going to say he did the 5-day work week. I was going to say if the 5-day work week was something that he did, then he was being nice to Jews because on Fridays they prepare for the
I wonder how history is going to record it, because the leftists, the Marxists and the labor unionists, they like to claim that the 5-day work week is because the unions forced and demanded it happening, and what the capitalists say, like ourselves, is that Henry Ford created a system where workers could work for 5 days of work at his firm, and then everybody else had to compete with him.
Yeah. This act that was actually passed in the 1920s, the Fair Labor Standards Act. It established a maximum of 44-hour weeks in 1938. Yeah, so it sounds like the government then got involved and they were like, "Hey, we'll take care of this, guys. Trust us."
Yep. We've got
It's such a construct. I mean, all these hours, 40-hour work week. It's like, who came up with that?
Well, it should be about productivity. And we'll talk about it in just a
Yeah.
couple of minutes. We got to introduce some other stories because in about
Yes.
20 minutes today, because I've been trying to give people a little bit of a background on Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s vice presidential pick. And because we don't really know who a lot of this Nicole Shanahan character is. She seems kind of shady. She's kind of like a money pick brought in.
I don't like her so far.
Not from what I'm reading so far. So we're going to hear about who she is today. Paul Canoy is going to give us his breakdown, and we'll hear from him in about 20 minutes. So we're looking forward to that.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, and then the main big story today, which we've got a bunch of videos for that we'll be able to react to, is liberal chicks of TikTok recording videos of their reactions. So it's a reaction video series, big time on TikTok right now. But what they're reacting to is their own violent assaults.
This is just pathetic.
Yeah.
The last thing I would do after I get attacked is make a TikTok video.
A selfie. Let me take a selfie.
Oh my god, look at my swollen head.
Well,
look at my bruise.
Well, because here's the thing, and I've always said this to you, Stephanie, like, nobody gives a shit when somebody violently assaults a man on the streets, right? Nobody cares, right?
If a man made a video,
Yeah,
they'd be like,
nobody.
"You're such a wuss."
Yeah, shut up. You should have fought back. You should have punched him. You should have been stronger than he is. Blah blah blah. You got attacked by a homeless guy. What are you, pussy? Nothing is going to get done about it. Now something will actually happen, and maybe they will stop voting to get punched in the face. There was this really popular meme that used to go around during the Occupy Wall Street days when the lefty protesters in downtown New York at Zuccotti Park would riot and they would get into tussles with the police. And these are like Antifa commies and Marxists and stuff. And these are people who ostensibly want more government. And the meme that would get shared around would show this one commie lady like screaming at the police. And she's like, and then like
I think I know. Is that short-haired lesbian woman?
I don't know, but she's getting the pepper spray in the face,
Uh-huh.
and on the wall underneath her is the caption that says "Wanted more government," and then the pepper spray in the face is the more government. Got more government.
There you go.
So some people yesterday, and there are some kind of like outrage people amongst the libertarian people are like, it's terrible that people are saying that these women are voting for this. No, it's not. If you want true equality, then true equality is nobody cares if you get punched in the face, especially when you asked for it and especially when you voted for it. These are the violent crime policies that you voted for. You voted to be soft on crime. You voted to defund the police. You voted to do it. And you know what? Oh, this is so cruel. It's so horrible. It's so awful. I just don't have an infinite amount of empathy for every person who comes along with a bleeding heart to tell me, good God, I can't believe I'm reaping the consequences of my behaviors. No. And what do you think that they're going to change their minds? What about the women? Well, ladies, I'm sorry, but you're not all snowflakes just riding above us. The day that people actually give us when this happens to us, to the sexes, the violent crime happens to the sexes equally, is the day that maybe, my heart will go, oh, wow, this is terrible. But you know what? Guess who's been assaulted, run over by taxis in the streets of New York, violently assaulted, sexually assaulted on the streets of New York? Your humble host, Austin Peterson. And nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Nobody will care. Nobody ever cared. Like the amount of empathy that Austin Peterson gets for things like that is zero. Okay. So, but guess what? Austin didn't vote for that shit. Austin voted for Ron Paul.
That's right.
I didn't vote for any of that. I never voted for it. So there's a difference. Difference is that
you're not responsible for those things.
Yeah, no, I deserve sympathy. And I also have learned how to defend myself. Anyways, so Quest Fanning's joining us live today.
Hi, Quest.
He says, I had to start paying into New York's parental leave scheme right after using all my 2014 vacation days at the end of 2014 and all my 2015 vacation days at the beginning of 2015 when Franny was born. He's talking about the parental leave scheme that they have there. So you'll have to give us a little bit more background. And thank you for the donation, Quest. We appreciate that. $2 in the kitty.
We gotta start raising the money for the doc, right?
Oh God, we're excited for the today is the final in the film series of most libertarian films in U.S. history.
We're talking about it in the car. I don't think I've seen this one before. I mean, this movie that you're going to talk about, or the doc. I haven't seen either.
Maybe we'll watch it this weekend. If you've never seen the movie, it's a good one. It's a little dark, a little sad, a little scary, but we'll talk about it after we unlock the bonus content. Boy, if somebody had made that purchase that they made this morning during the show, the bonus content would have been unlocked like 17 times.
Yeah, somebody bought 6 pairs of shoes.
I think we've had our single biggest one-time order in AP for Liberty shop history earlier this morning. Wow.
And it came from the Netherlands.
Yes.
That's awesome. We're international folks.
We're international love. Yeah, yesterday Javier Malay shared our shoes again, and they started going viral. And then we sold like 6 or 7 pairs of shoes yesterday. And then this morning it was still going viral, and so more people were buying shoes. And then somebody bought like 5 pairs of shoes and stuff. So apforlibertyshop.com, rocking and rolling. But
Gosh, everybody needs new shoes.
Get yourself some Javier Malay afueras over at apforlibertyshop.com. We love our Javier Malays. Yesterday I was kind of going viral. And because of this chick who wrote this hit piece on Javier Milei in Argentina. Antonella, you know what's funny is it like I've never said anything unkind about Antonella. Like I used to work with her at
She knows you?
Yeah. So when back in 20
the Atlas
so Antonella, like when we used to work at the Atlas Foundation, it was a different group, Atlas Economic Research Foundation.
There's multiple Atlas.
There's a few Atlas groups. So when I don't,
unique name, but not really.
it was an international think tank associated with Cato Institute when I was in DC, and I knew Antonella because she was there at the same time I was, and we weren't like friends or anything like that, but we certainly weren't enemies. But then yesterday I saw that she wrote that hit piece on Javier Milei, and I just reposted it and was like, "This is whack," and that's it. And she blocked me. And then apparently she is known in Argentina for being a bitch. And so when I shared this yesterday that she blocked me, I called her what do you call it?
When you said the word to me, it's the Spanish word.
It's a Spanish word. Yes. It's called paratonta.
I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah, they say you should just it's a derogatory term that we use in English, but when it's translated to Spanish, it's more appropriate to use the word estúpida. But I guess the people in Argentina really laughed and loved it, and actually I saw Javier Milei liked the tweet, but I called her a paratonta, which is a dumb bitch.
Yeah, she did write that hit piece, but then Brian Nichols, for the win, he came back and he rebutted it.
Puta is another good Spanish insult.
Remember, it's chingate. When I went to Spain with my family, I remember that meant F you.
I think that's, go F yourself is what chingate means. So we really need to learn the Spanish. That's the best way. When I learned French, the first words that I learned in French were the insults.
Really?
Like ta mère est belge, your mother's Belgian.
Oh.
It was like a French one, and like tais-toi, fermez la bouche, shut your mouth, things like that. So maybe that's how we're going to get into
swear words in French.
Bye real quick. I'll be right back and we'll get it fixed. Okay. Okay, and we're back. Guoka's asking if we got bonus content today. We do, and Mommy just took us $10 to close.
So what does that mean? We're at 38?
Yep. We're
That's improving.
Wait a minute. Where'd you get 38? We got 2 from and 10 from Mommy.
Because 12. So 38 plus 12 is 50.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My brain is not working this morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm dependent on a calculator.
Up to speed with where we're at. Looks like there's still a little bit of problems. I don't know what's going to happen with the internet. Sometimes the internet in the studio is just...
Oh, it's the capital city. That's pretty pathetic.
Yeah. The capital city is like premier internet is pretty crappy. So we do the best we can to, pros and cons. There you go.
Argentina has Starlink, but I don't even think we can have it yet.
No, we tried to get it, but it didn't come out. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So hopefully the internet will start to stabilize here as we go forward. It looks like it's a tiny.
We could try your hotspot.
I don't want to go to that level. That's like worst case scenario kind of a situation. We'll do our best. We've got a guest coming up here in less than 10 minutes here on the Wake Up America show. We're going to hear from Paul Kanoy, who's going to break down for us who exactly is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s vice presidential pick, this Nicole Shanahan character. And we'll get a little bit of background on her on the Wake Up America show. Topic-wise, did you watch this clip of this Coleman Hughes character yesterday on The View with like Whoopi Goldberg and Sonny Hostin and all this?
I was watching you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So his writing?
Yeah, well, because Coleman Hughes' premise for his new book is that that we should be not necessarily a Luther King Jr.